101. Awesome. Okay, hello everyone. It is October 23rd, 2018. I'm sorry I missed you guys last week. We had tickets to a concert that was on my lifetime bucket list, and I had to go. So I have to give a huge shout out because I'm still hearing raves about Michelle Kimball and Amy Edwards doing the call last week. So we've got requests for y'all to come back and do another one. So just hang tight, and I got to try to twist their arm again, and then we'll see. But yeah, they absolutely loved y'all. So thank you so much for filling in. We're going to try to get guest speakers. So if there's a topic that you are like really comfortable with or you are excelling at, I know when I did that poll on the page and all of you were picking online parties. So you better believe I'm probably going to be reaching out to y'all to find out what in the heck you're doing, because my online parties suck. So I'm going to be calling out to every single one of y'all that said, me, those are good, because I want to know what you're doing, because my gosh, mine are never good. So we are going to talk about, I asked you the question on the page. What was my question? Oh, I had started typing in a Word document, and you know me, I didn't do any more. It was just, the question was getting parties to be successful and having people interact. So that was the question that we had put out there that y'all really wanted a topic covered on. And so that is what we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm going to have some of you guys unmute. I'm totally putting you on the spot. And yes, you have to participate. And yes, you're going to just say whatever. Don't be scared. We're not judging you. But here's what I want to do. So I'm going to unmute you one by one. I want you to think of a product in your head and your favorite product, okay, that you love so much. And I want you very quickly to describe it as if I am your customer and you're trying to share it with me. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like we're doing a game show, so this is kind of fun. Okay, so we're going to start with, hold on, I'm going to close my eyes and just point to the screen like Hollywood Squares, okay? Ready? Go. Oh, Holly's iPhone. You are the first one. Ready, set, go.
Hey, Heather. Okay, so you know everybody's got laundry to do, right? You've got laundry?
I do.
And it's never any fun. But I have tried the Scentsy washer whiffs, and oh my gosh, like my whole laundry room smells so good, and my clothes smell so good, and I really do like it. So I want to give you the sample, and I think you should try it and let me know what you think.
Does it get it really clean?
The washer whiffs is just for fragrance, like a fragrance booster. We do have a laundry liquid, which is like super concentrated detergent, but the washer whiff is just like a fragrance booster that it's just gonna blow your mind with how good it smells.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. I love the sample. Thanks. Ready? Set. Kimberly!
I have no idea what y'all are doing. I just came on. It sounded good, though.
I know. She let me ready to do laundry. Okay, you're going to describe your most favorite product to me as if I'm interested in maybe buying it, or you're trying to pitch it to me really quick. Ready?
Okay.
Set. Go.
Okay, my favorite products are the Scentsy bars that smell like spa. Well, that remind me of the spa, because I use them in my bedroom when I'm about to go to sleep, and it just relaxes me, and I'm totally addicted to it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, ready, set, Patty, go.
I'm gonna Google it right now. Okay, so my favorite product is actually the Scentsy Go, because you could take it anywhere with you, in your car, you know, when you're jogging, you know, when you go to the gym, you can have it next you. You won't have to smell that guy's sweat, Like, honestly, it'll just make your life a lot nicely smelled.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, Maddie, Swain, ready, set, go.
Wait, does that have to be a product?
You're trying to sell me something. I just want to hear your
All
pitch.
right, awesome.
I'm not telling you nothing.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit more about your son.
He just graduated high school and he is delivering pizzas for Papa John's.
Awesome. So what else is he into?
Video games, gaming, and buying concert tickets, and
Oh my God.
all these name brand clothing that I would never buy.
I bet you that's expensive.
Oh, it is very expensive.
Well, listen, you've been buying Scentsy from me for quite a while, and how would you like to earn like your own income doing it?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really put much thought into that.
Well, let's talk about it a little bit. Would you like to have coffee or something?
Yeah, let's get together.
Okay, awesome. You know what I'll do is I'll actually give you a basket party today.
Okay.
You can see and actually give it a try, and you can see what it's like to collect orders, and maybe over coffee we can talk about how you can become a consultant and see if that's something that would even interest you.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Maddie.
You're welcome.
Oh, that
I
was
like selling the business over product.
good. Are y'all catching on yet? Okay, good. Michelle Kimball, ready, set, go.
I love the room sprays. I use them in my classroom all the time. I especially like the vanilla bean buttercream because my kids come in and they go, it smells like cupcakes. So I like that when it has over 600 sprays in each bottle and they last forever. I love them.
Thank you, Michelle. Okay, so the reason why I did that is because A, you need to know your products and your elevator pitch quickly when you're put on the spot and you run into people or at the grocery store and you need quick conversations to engage people. And how many of you heard excitement and relatable content? When somebody was describing that to you or earlier when we heard like Holly and Michelle and Kimberly, did y'all hear excitement in their voice and you could hear and feel their passion? Yes. That is where when you're talking participation and engaging people and want to book a party with you or an experience with you, it starts with excitement, right? They have to be able to feel your excitement and know that it's going to be fun, that it's going to be a fun experience. And I love how Maddie was listening. You have to use your active listening because she immediately triggered questions back to me to find out more about me so she could speak my language in a sense, right? So she's not talking about her kid and what they do. So she immediately connected that way on the recruiting side of it. But then on the flip side, I saw several of y'all smile when Michelle Kimball mentioned relatable, says, how great it smells and the kids really it smells like cookies. They really relate to that. So, several of y'all smiled and could relate to that because you could probably see your little kid going, oh my gosh, cookies, I love it, right? So it was very relatable and very real. So be sure that if you're doing your active listening and you're following their lead, that's the most important part, is that you can't want something for them that they don't want for themselves. And you've got to try to figure out what they want. Do they want to shop? Do they want to host? Or do they want to join? And I love the way Maddie just put that little carrot in there, but then kind of retracted as she said it. She's like, if that's something you want to do. It wasn't pressure. It was very casual, and it was just a little nugget, a little sprinkle of the join conversation without being pushy. The next thing I want to talk to you about, and we're going to kind of talk on this more because I'm going to open it up, and I really want y'all to ask some questions about this, and let's really dive into some of these topics because I believe that verbiage is very important when you're talking with someone and getting them excited about a party or to even be interested in a party with you. What are you saying? So who on here wants to just come on here and tell me, what are you saying to someone? If I'm the person you're trying to get to a party, I want you to just spit it out and tell me what you're saying to me. Who wants to volunteer, or do I just need to unmute you? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, you mean voluntold someone? Okay, I will. Brandy, driving down the road. I'm unmuting you.
Hey, so of course you're gonna put me on the spot while I'm driving, but basically, whenever I talk to someone, I don't even say I'm having a party. I say, hey, I'm having a get together, and it's gonna smell great. And I know you like to smell good. I like to smell good, so let's smell good together.
So if you're trying to get me to host one, what are you gonna say to me?
I tell them that like every time I have like some warmers out and I have my Stargaze diffuser out, and I'm like, that could go home with you, but you have to try and book a party in order to get it. And
what if I don't like diffusers?
Well, see, and that's when as soon as they tell me if they don't like diffusers, I'm like, oils aren't for everyone. I understand that, but
Okay.
I know your husband, and I know how much he likes for his house to smell good when he walks in the door. So, what about if you wanted a warmer? Or what I like to promote a lot to people is I like to go camping. I like to go to hotel rooms, and I don't like places to smell. And I know you like to travel too, so let's travel together by possibly getting a go. What if you could possibly get that without having to spend any money out of your own pocket? Why not try it?
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Brandy. Okay, who else? Who else wants to share what their pitch is if you're trying to get me to host a party? How many of you straight up say, do you want to have a party? Anybody just say that? Have you ever thought about having a party? Does anybody say that at all? Yeah? So the reason why I brought up if I didn't like a diffuser is, do you know what items are on their wish list? That is key to speaking someone's language, to getting them to know what they want. First of all, I love the idea of having, and I haven't made it on Canva yet, I want to, but it's basically just a blank check written to their name, and it says $75. And then it has enough spaces on this fake check, where I want them to fill out what they would get with $75 out of the catalog. And then I want them to pick 3 half-price items, and then I want them to pick 2 more half-price items. So on this blank check in my head, I'm going to hand it to my potential hostess and be like, hey, could you do me a favor and could you go to this book and write down, I just need you to fill out this blank check. What would you pick if I gave you $75 right now? And 3 half-price items, really 5 half-price items. Can you just fill this out and give it back to me? So I'm basically seeing what their style is, what smells they like, what they want, and the reason why I chose $75 check and the 3 half-price items is that's the average hostess rewards for a $500 party. And the 2 extra ones are 2 of her friends that are going to book, right? That she's going to get a half price when those friends book off that party. So sometimes it's taking a step back, finding out what they want, and then speaking their language like Maudie was doing to me, trying to get me to join. But I think there's a lot of power in having them fill out a wish list, or when you're just even attending a party and people are filling that out or circling what they want. It's a really good idea to step back and go, hey, if you have a really big wish list, my get-togethers are just as easy, and your only job is getting 15 to 20 people there, and that's it. I do all the other work. It is that simple. So you're not saying too much to everyone, but if I'm only telling you, I'm setting the standard immediately. You know how we tell people, oh, our average party is 500, even when it's not. Because if you go into a party and you tell someone, our minimum is 200, what do you think they're going to remember? I just got to hit 200. I don't want that number in their head. I want the $500 mark in their head. So I'm going to tell them, my average parties are $500, and my average hostess gets $75 to $100 in free and 3 half-price items. I'm going to set that bar high, and it's in my verbiage, right? So you've got to be really aware of what you're saying, because you're setting that tone and the expectations there. And if I'm laying the law down and say, you know what, your only job is to get people there, don't worry about anything else. And I may even go as far as saying, you know what, I'll bring something salty and something sweet and some Bottled waters, you don't have to do nothing. Listen, desperate times call for desperate measures. If you are one of those people that are trying to get a home party and you just can't, first things first is you need to start that list of 100. And I know you hear us talk about it, and it's so redundant. And I guarantee you, 85% of you on this call here does not have their list of 100 even done and current. And so I challenge you to get that list of 100 and do like that video that we talked about a couple weeks ago, because that is really your starting point. And practice on your loved ones on how you're going to pitch it and get people to host and say, right now, people are going to be thinking about Christmas shopping. Why not pitch to them and say, man, how many people do you have to buy for this year? Let's start thinking of everyone you need to buy even $10, $15 little gifts for. That is a great incentive for someone just to gather. And I always say 15 to 20 because we all know it's going to be less than that show up. And I just tell them that's how many you need to get there. Because I can make sure if they give me 15 to 20 people there, you better believe it is going to be close to $1,000 party by the time I'm done. And they will have bookings when they leave. And that's when you can turn around and flip the hostess as well. So a good party leads to so many different things. But it's all in your verbiage too and how you work it. And that's why I really want to just let this hostess know and say, all you need to do is get the people there. Y'all, when I lived in San Diego, my military housing was 1,100 square feet. We would fit 15 to 20 people in my little military housing, 2-bedroom. I went and bought a margarita machine. That's how people didn't want to have parties in their house. So I opened up my home to solve that problem. So that's what you have to be willing to do is if people are saying no, find out why they're saying no. And it's okay to ask them, is it just not a good time? Or is it with your house? Not to be too pushy, but I always offer my home up for my hostesses. You can kind of retract it that way. But it's important to find out because maybe one of the reasons they're not hosting, you could find a solution to and find an answer to where it will turn into a yes maybe. So you've got to be open to finding a solution to the problem. And that's really all we're doing, right? Is we're problem solvers in every aspect of our business, whether we are buying, hosting, or joining. We're solving a problem or a need for them, right? And as soon as they can relate, they're in it and they'll join us, right? One of the things I want, and I'll post this after, is if some of you, the most important thing you can do is your hostess coaching and the communication between you and the host. If you're asking, I usually set up my events on Facebook and put her as a co-host because I want to be on that page and see actively what she's doing. She might be a texter, but they have a really great, and we're going to be going over this at our team meeting tomorrow at my house. So if y'all are coming, you'll get a copy of this, but it's the host information and coaching sheet. And I'll post it so you guys have it. But this is a really great way it shows you and tells you when you need to make your first contact, your second, and third contact. And it's really just the way to follow up with them and make sure you're covering every basis. A lot of times people will get parties booked and they're just going to sit back and let the hostess do whatever. And then you show up and there's like 2 people there, right? So there's no communication. Usually parties fail because there's no hostess coaching. So hostess coaching is going to be one of your main things. You're a party planner at this point. Like you are an event planner. You are creating this atmosphere, getting people excited about stuff, whether you're going live on a page to maybe share a product or maybe offer an incentive, tell them verbally or in a private message. If you bring a friend, you'll get a free gift. I mean, there's different ways that you can entice people to get excited. One of the things that I love to do, and I can show you, they're over here. You want to make the hostess and the guest feel valued and really just make it very little work on their part other than just the inviting. Really, like your only purpose is to get people there. You could even do some of those fun tic-tac-toes. Have you seen those for hostesses where if they do all the thing and get a tic-tac-toe or a blackout before the party, then they get an extra something? So you could create or find a little hostess game that they can play beforehand, or have a teacher show up, or get a soccer mom there, or whoever. I mean, there's different things that you can engage people and try to challenge them to do prior to the party. Marketing is very important. Whether you're doing an event on Facebook, texting, invitations are my primary thing right now that I'm focusing on, and themed parties. So if you can't get someone to do a party, I would suggest maybe doing a themed party and maybe starting with a craft night or something around the holiday time, just getting people together. This right here is my invitation for an upcoming home party on November 17th. So I created her invitations and just printed them at home on Canva. It's just a tiny little fall invitation. And then I just grabbed the little fall bags. There's crinkle paper, 3 little fall Kit Kats, a product list, her invitation, and the little leaf. And I just wrote, I hope you can join us with the Rub and Smell Butter Pecan. Now, she's not mailing these invitations. She's just going to hand them out to people. But if you got this versus this, I mean, which one already speaks volumes, right? Oh, and there's a little apple cider packet in here for the fall. And it just says, it's all about fall, y'all. I thought that was fun because, I mean, we're in Texas. It better say y'all on it. But that's her invitation. So I made her 15 of these. I asked her how many she wanted. She told me 10, and I'm extra, so I gave her 15. That way, if somebody has a friend that wants to come here, hand it out. So doing different little things above and beyond where they feel valued, right? Do you see value in this? Like, it would make somebody feel special, right? Like, oh, she must do something different. So that's what I'm trying to do, is set myself apart from what's already in their head, what direct sale parties are like. And then last but not least, games are very important to be played at your party that will get you bookings. I cannot tell you how important it is to make sure that you play at least one game where you can get bookings from this, because you've got to be able to, and I love Sarah Caceres' the little necklace one that she has. So she gives her hostess like 3 necklaces to wear at the beginning of the party, and she tells her hostess, it's your job to get rid of these necklaces. Find 3 people to book a party and just have them put on the necklace if they want one. And so the hostess is working. And when you get rid of all 3 necklaces, you're going to get an extra gift from me. So just keep that in mind of a way that you can engage them. And remember, maybe not use the party word so much. Maybe keep in mind that a party is not necessarily a party. It could even mean just getting 200 PRV in orders, okay? So we use that word party loosely because there's so many different ways that you can turn in a party, if you will. Okay, so Madi, do you want to add? Where is she? I can't find her. Oh, there she is. Okay, Madi, do you want to add? I know you wanted to talk. Are you eating dinner? Oh, crap. Do you want me to keep talking so you can finish eating? Oh, that looks good. Okay, hold on. I'll unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
I said it's Mexican, your favorite.
Oh, it is my favorite.
Now, as far as booking parties, I think, like just like you were saying before, a lot of it key is listening to what exactly they want and fitting their need. So, like you said, Christmas gifts. If people are wanting a wish list, whatever. But basically, when you meet someone, you got to really like speak their language and ask them and stuff like that. For me, I like to start with maybe them buying something, and I try to like progress it from there. Like, oh yeah, I start showing them more product, and if they like it, then I will say, you know, you can earn this for free and half off. I mean, and it sounds so simple, but also the basic of every single person that I check out, I ask them. I'm one of those people that ask straight out, hey, would you be interested in hosting a party and getting stuff for free and half off? Like, don't be scared to just ask. It's all they can say is no. So I think a lot of us sometimes try to like sugarcoat it and stuff like that, but it's like just get out and ask. And then like you were saying, hostess coaching is key to having people there, because try to take excuses away. I also offer my house, but really talking to them and saying like, hey, you know, help them make a list of their friends and stuff. Sometimes people get like, well, I don't know anybody. well, really, do you have any friends do your kids have any friends that do kids sports and, and stuff like that. So sometimes it's just really coaching them through it.
Well,
So.
and I think too, a lot of times we think that since we're the Scentsy consultant, I think in our brain, it's like, well, if they want something, they'll reach out to us. Or if they want to have a party, they're going to come to us. And it really doesn't work like that. Like people are just knocking down my door going, oh, I'm here to shop today. I'm here to book a party today. Like, I'm here to join your team today. Like, I wish it was like that, but it's not. But I think sometimes in our mindset, we just kind of sit back and we wait for results to happen when we haven't been the one initiating. We're just waiting.
Definitely ask. I mean, like it's the simplest thing, and it feels like, okay, there's, we're going to learn the secret. And it's like, that is the secret. It's ask. Just go out and say it. And a lot of us are like, it's normal for us to be scared of rejection and stuff like that. And it's like, it's going to happen. I mean, if you go into it knowing people are going to say no, and the more people you ask, the easier it gets, because it's not that big of a deal after a while if people say no. And sometimes no is nothing against you. It's just the timing. Like Heather said, the timing's not right now. So I actually love to, like Heather said, if they ask, if they say no, what exactly is a reason? A lot of times it might just be timing, and they're like, you know what, October is so busy. And then I'll start talking to them. Well, how about November or December? And they're like, oh yeah, I don't have anything planned in that month, or, there's not a lot on the calendar. I could definitely do it. Or how about January? I'm not afraid to book 3 months out, because you're going to need the bookings then. You know what I mean? So don't feel like if they don't say no. And key, if someone tells you yes, they're interested, but just not right now. A lot of times people will do a party and they get that, and they don't follow up. If you don't follow up with that person's not going to follow up with you. So definitely, if someone tells you, I would like to host one, I just can't do it right now, you call them back. Don't wait for them to call you. So plug in for Maven here. I just talked to a lady on Monday, and they flooded with Harvey. And so I've kind of not really been on them, because a lot of her and her friends, they literally lost their home. Well, not the house itself, but they lost everything in their home. So they've been rebuilding. And one of them I recently talked to, and she was telling me that, we haven't done a party for a while. I want to get together and do one. So I right away put it on my Maven. I'm going to follow up with her on Thursday. So I'm giving her a few days, because she brought it up, and she said she wanted to talk to some of the other girls to see if they're ready. And now it's up to me, is what I'm getting at. It's up to me to go for it. So I put it in my Maven, and on Thursday I'll send her a quick text. Hey, did you get a chance to talk to the girls? These are the dates I have available. What do you think?
Yep, that's awesome. It's so true. And that's the thing too, is everybody's busy. Everybody's got a lot going on. I mean, if I was looking at my calendar right now, y'all would probably throw up at the look of my calendar. But that's what Maven's for. Like, it helps us work our business. It makes us look like we are on our A game. I mean,
Yes.
That's what I love about it, is it really makes me look professional, and that I just got my crap together. I mean, and I really don't. It is my 42 to-dos in the morning. But it's so true. Like, that's the difference of somebody eventually over time knowing what you do for a living, and that it's a career and not a hobby. And that people don't second guess you. If somebody has to come to you and say, hey, are you still selling Scentsy? You're not doing your job good enough. That is the worst insult anyone can ever ask me, is, are you still a Scentsy consultant? Are you kidding? Like, no, I need to get myself out there more if that's the case. And I'm going to share this little story with you. So how many of y'all were on the call when I told you that it's important for your profile picture to be on there and your story? And that the lady went online, saw that I had been in Scentsy 9 years, and thought, she knows what she's doing, and had $300 in orders, and says, I just need to find a consultant to give these orders. How many of y'all remember that story? Well, I pitched it, like, I tried to recruit her, right, because she had all the orders. She was not having it. Well, guess who called me today and has more orders? And she just needed a quick room spray immediately. So I had a Clean Breeze room spray. So I'm like, oh, I'll be there in 30 minutes. I'm going to Hobby Lobby anyway. It's not a burden, right? You got to feel valued and you're not burdening them. And that I'm going out of my way. You know, it's a same day call. Sure, I'll bring you that room spray and pick up the other orders. So we get there, and I had sprinkled my little nugget back when I first met her. But we had also started talking about Arlington and the church that she went to. So we had connected personally when I first met her face to face. Well, I go there today and I pick up the orders. I run her card on my Square to prepay for everything. And she's like, here, I'll walk you out. She goes, you know, I was talking to my husband about maybe doing this, but I'm not just a salesperson. So now I know she took my nugget home that day, right, and talked to her husband, even though she had told me flat out, no, not an option, don't want to do it. Well, as of today, I said, I'm going to give you these orders. And this is, in her mind, she goes, no, you just take them. And that way we can order this, like everybody's stuff. I don't want them waiting on their stuff. And I said, well, how quick can you do 500? Because that's the first mark that we really can hit for you. It's hitting the shooting star. And it's within your first 15 days. And I said, you've already got 200. I go, I'll give you 48 hours. Can you go hustle in the hospital and just share some more until Thursday? She goes, oh, yeah, I can definitely do it. She goes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So now she's joining. So you just never know. Like, it has been 4 weeks since the last delivery, or 3 weeks. And I haven't followed up with her. I didn't say anything. I took her word and I listened and I waited. And she made the move. So sometimes it is just that for hosting, recruiting, or whatever. But I don't know that she would have joined had we not really connected and started talking about nonsensy things and really engaging on a personal level. That is a huge factor to it as well. When you're talking to these people and creating relationships, you've got to get to know them outside of business. And that's really what Maven can help you with too. Just kind of follow it up or just texting them out of the blue, or, you know, hey, hope you're having a great day, or, you know, thank you so much for your order. It's really just the small little things and gestures that you're doing to build credibility and to build a relationship where they do trust you, right? And you're no longer the salesperson, but it's, man, yeah, let's get together and have a party. So we go to Jimmy Chonga's all the time. And one of the little waitresses, she joined my team. But there's like 3 or 4 of the waiters or bartenders there. And she hasn't even asked them to do a party. And I straight up told the people, y'all, if I have a party at my house for her, will y'all come? Because I want to do her first launch for her. And I think we need to get the whole Jimmy Chonga staff at my house and make sure she has a good launch party. They're like, oh, heck yeah, let us know. But it was my excitement and knowing that we have fun with them, right? Like, you can hear it in my voice. You want to be a part of it because it's your excitement, your verbiage. You're pitching it in a non-aggressive or salesy way. It's a lot to take in that encompasses getting people to party with you or join your team. There's a lot of factors that come into play. But if I had to put it into a nutshell for you, and we'll open it up for questions, it would be pay attention to the details, be kind, and be a good listener, and make them feel special. What can you do to make them feel special in a nutshell? And don't worry about the business and don't worry about making the sale. It's just be kind and go out of your way to show them and make them smile. That's honestly what I would tell you to do in a nutshell. There's no rocket science to this. It is really just about creating relationships and you being brave enough to say, girl, you can get this for free or half price. Or have you ever thought about having a party? Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Because you're already selling it. You've collected all these orders for me. You're doing my job. I mean, that's not aggressive. That's not a threat. It's simply just making a statement. Okay, so we're going to open up. So Tammy, comes in waves. So Tammy, I would focus on doing really good booking games and offering something fabulous for bookings. One of the things I love to offer is a free warmer. If you book a party for me, you get a free warmer outside of the hostess benefits. And the reason why I say that is because I'll use the perpetual reward, and I'm not telling them the price of the warmer I'm giving them. I'm going to wait to see what their sales are first. So if it's only a 200 PRV party, oh, you best believe your warmer is a mini warmer that I only paid $10 for. I'm not going to give away everything and all my commissions just to hold up my end of the bargain. So my hostess specials that I do privately in one-on-one messages, not publicly, because it is considered a personal special. Heck yeah. I mean, I hadn't had a home party in years, you guys. And finally, you know what got me? You know the Disney package in that cute pink bag? Somebody wanted those bars, and I said, hey, let's have a party. I'll give you those bars for free. I had purchased them half off back then when we could. We can't now. But that's what originally got my first party, which got 2 bookings off that one, which Victor signed up, and the second booking is Saturday, right? So you never know what is going to come from it. But when I knew somebody wanted the Disney bars, I thought, okay, I'm desperate for a party. I normally would not be giving away this much, right? But I bought it half off. So I said, you know what? Let's do it. You'll get these bars, this whole 6-pack of bars for free if you have a home party with me. All you have to do is get the people there. And that's what started the ball rolling, if you will.
Am I muted?
Nope, you're unmuted. Come on in.
Okay. I also wanted to, like, for those of you that are struggling with booking parties, one of the things I always tell people on my team is start it with you. If you're like in a slump right now and there's no parties happening, plan something in your own house, and from there turn around and try to get bookings with booking parties and stuff like that. And parties are fun and they're really cool and entertaining. But if you do games, but if you do a game that is not a booking game, that's how we get bookings, is through doing booking games, not just a game that is fun to do. You want to do something that's going to help you get bookings. And it could be something as simple as the ticket game. I mean, that is such a simple game, and people go crazy over it. And you get bookings over it. It's the craziest thing ever. Bingo's great, but you want something that's going to make you get a booking, not something that's going to, just be fun, just because.
I'm going to do these at my Saturday game because I got them from my boo bags and I didn't have Halloween candy, so I didn't use them. So I'm repurposing them. Yeah, watch this. Everybody's going to pick a pumpkin when they come in, and they're all going to say the same, free warmer. They don't know that, but everybody's going to pick a pumpkin, and I'm going to say, hey, if y'all book a party, you can win what's inside your pumpkin. But they can't look inside the pumpkin unless they book a party. But everybody's going to get a pumpkin with some candy and the secret piece of paper. So it might work. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, what do we got here? Christina, you have a question. Ask away, darling. Who are you?
Hey, so I live in an apartment, and I don't have a very big house to book, host a party in my house, plus I've got 2 small kids. Would it be possible, like, if I could go and take it to, like, a community center or, like, the library or something and just do it that way? Because I've been wanting to do a home party, but I just don't have the room in my house.
Sure, you can go to your clubhouse, you can go to a community center, you can go to Starbucks, you can do it at a restaurant, you can do it at their house. It can be anywhere. I've done them in Starbucks and sitting at a table before.
Okay, cool. And that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with it.
Yeah, absolutely you can, girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Megan says Christina Steinbrook has some good booking ideas. Yeah, so follow her, Christina Steinbrook. That is very true. I just received the smallest box ever from an order. What, Chrissy? What are you talking about? Oh, yes, you did. And yes, you can do the same gift with gift bags. Yes. And it's just trying to be engaging and offering just excitement and being really just being kind and a good listener, honestly. I mean, I know it sounds a lot easier probably, or it sounds harder than what I'm saying. I mean, but it's really not. It really is that easy. It's you getting comfortable in your own skin, because that's really what's going to be the hardest for you, is to try something new. And And you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable eventually. I mean, there's been so many times I hated to public speak. I mean, I still don't like it. There's so many things that I still don't like to do, but you know, we still do them. Megan, I have never had a home party yet ever. She's having her first open house and home party in November. That's awesome, Megan. Yes. And really focus on some bookings. That way you can get some future ones. Okay, who wants to add anything extra or talk about anything that we've talked about tonight on getting these parties and how you get people to participate? And who's got something they want to add?
I'll add something.
All right.
So, I haven't had a whole lot of home parties either. I've done most of my home parties as launch parties for my recruits. But every time I have done those, recently what I've done is I give everybody a dice and they roll a dice and put that number at the top of their ticket. And then when they check out, I ask them, is there anything that you didn't get today or a warmer that you loved that you didn't order today or something like that, using their wish list to, you know, give them motivation. And I'll say, did you know that if you book a party with, you know, Holly or whoever, you know, my new recruit is, you can get that warmer for $1. And then I teach my recruit how to put that in as a perpetual reward. The person's like, seriously, I can get that warmer for $1? You know what I mean? Like whatever number they roll on the dice.
Yeah.
Or like you can use 2 dice. Yeah.
That's smart.
Now, granted, you have to be careful with that because if they're wanting a, you know,
$5 warmer.
Yeah, $50 warmer, and you're saying you can get it for $1, and then they only have a $200 party, like that's where, you know, it gets iffy. But I've had a lot of people take me up on having parties by doing that. So if you're afraid of that, you could use 2 dice so that, you know, the small, you know what I mean? Like to try to get them to pay a little bit more of the difference. But I've had a lot of luck doing that.
That's smart. I haven't done $1. That's awesome.
And it's whatever they roll on the dice. So if, you know, they roll 6, then they pay $6 for that warmer or whatever. But typically it's kind of like, I think you did this, or I saw somewhere, the deck of cards.
Oh, in the catalog number, yes.
The aces and 2s and 3s and 4s. And saying if you have a party, you can get that warmer for, you know, this amount on your card. It's kind of the same idea. Yep. And just people really are like, wow, I can get that for $2, even though in your mind you're thinking, well, yeah, but I'm only going to pay half of that. So
right, that's true. It's powerful. It's that verbiage. That's where it comes into the verbiage. You know, that's why so many people jump on our flash sales, right, and get the deals because it's a bargain. Everybody wants part of that. That's really good. Thank you, Michelle. That's awesome.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a friend who has started a business doing something other than Scentsy. She asked me to have a launch party for her, which I agreed, but I'm trying to figure out how to capitalize but not step on her toes from her party, because I also wanted to have my own home party, but I don't know if I do it, say, in 2 weeks, that those same people would want to come back so soon. So I was thinking, other than maybe getting their name, phone number, email to put in my system, is there anything else that I could do or should do, or is that enough?
Okay, so it's your friend's direct sales party. You're the host.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you're setting up your Scentsy and she's setting up her Tupperware. Like it's strictly her party.
Strictly her party. I know.
I don't know that I would do anything, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I hate to tell you that, but you don't want to look like that person that's piggybacking, trying to take the names and numbers without them knowing to. If it's at your house, put in a fabulous scent and set up the cutest display and say, oh, I set this up every month. This is our warmer of the month.
Okay.
You want to be nonchalant about it and say, oh, this is my home office. Yeah, this is all my inventory here. It's just I keep it in the living room. Go move out a bookcase and bring it to the living room. Oh, this is my little office.
Okay.
People will be drawn to it and want to smell it.
Okay.
You adapt to the surroundings, right?
Yes.
And it is very subtle. We are not asking for anybody's names or numbers.
Okay.
But I sure as heck would put booking gift. Ask me about my awesome booking gifts in November.
Okay.
And just have that nonchalantly sitting out by the warmer of the month where they can see it right when they walk in the door.
Okay.
Hey, in San Diego, I used to have a table. As soon as you walked in my front door, to the right was warmer of the month, my whole spread. I'd have scent going, samples, the bars laying out, the room spray. It would be like a little mini display. And it worked every time.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else? Questions? Who has not done a home party? Okay. A challenge.
One.
You have not done one?
I have done one, but as like my first one, it was like sketchy. I didn't know really what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would encourage you all to try it again. I'm going to try to do, and I may even record Saturdays actually, where y'all can see a live home party. Because that's what I was going to do tonight, was I was going to come on and present like I was at a home party, but y'all are my guests in front of me, just so you hear my verbiage and what I say, and you could tweak it and make it your own, and maybe even have Monty do one where you can hear different styles. Maybe Michelle, like maybe one night we just do our pitches, all three or whoever, so y'all can hear 3 or 4 different styles. Holly, I mean, whoever wants to do them, because really, you know, it's finding what works for you. And I love just even walking through the catalog a lot of times. Oh, it's just stuff falling everywhere. Y'all, this office is just a mess. But really, it's just, you can even take a catalog and just kind of walk through it, you know, talk about the charitable warmer, and they're not as scary as you think. It really is. The hardest part is just getting people there. In fact, another girl that I met at an event, she wants to join, and she was ready to join on the spot the other day when she called me. And I told her, I said, you know, can we just hold off? I said, I don't want you joining yet. And I may have lost her from doing that. But here's the thing that I want. I don't want to just have somebody join my team and do nothing. I want them to see the potential of what this business can truly do for them, and how fast income can be made by incorporating it into your already busy daily routine in life. And so I told her, we're not going to sign you up yet. What I want you to do is I want you to pick a date, go talk to your friends, and let me know what date and time that you can have 15 to 20 people there at your house. I will come do the party for you. We will buy your kit right then and turn all those orders in as you. Because it is more important for me to get you off to a successful start than me letting you buy a starter kit that sits there for 14 days because none of your friends can come until day 32, and you've done nothing with it and missed out on one opportunity and halfway on the second one with Sensational Start. And in my opinion, I think that built trust with her because she knew I wasn't just after her money. And the reason why she wanted to join was to make money. So if the main reason that you're joining this company is to make money, you've got to come in with a business approach. And sometimes you're going to have that angle with people as well. Find out why they want to join. Is it to get some adult time, some mommy time? Is it like maybe Patty, you know, maybe she's with kids, her little ones, and then she works at Sagemont Church with kids. Maybe her Scentsy outlet is making money, but also some adult time. That's really important to some people. And you have to know those things to be able to speak that and relate to them, like the cookie smelling great for the kids. You have to be able to listen and have conversation to know those. And that's another reason why Maven is really good too, is because you can put notes in people's little messages and things that you need to bring up next phone call. I mean, I used to put in my phone, Debbie Culbertson loves Luna. So when she calls me, I know, hey, Debbie, are you out of Luna? I would answer the phone like that. You know, there is a difference in connecting on a personal level to people. When you start remembering those little things that I'm talking about, that is building your credibility and value really quick, really fast with them. And it goes a long way. Really, it does. Okay, we have 9 minutes. Who else wants to add something? Questions, comments? I need 2-cent circles if anybody in Pearland has.
I do. Now, when we do like a home party, like what exactly do we need to bring? Like, what do we need to have for that party?
For at your own home party?
Yeah.
Starter kit, girl. Starter kit. All you need is your testers, catalogs, order forms, and what came in your starter kit. Plug in a warmer and call it a day.
Cool.
Because really, people are going to buy what they want to buy. There's no way I have all of these warmers in stock or available to show, and I sure as heck ain't going to carry them in. But if I can show them what a mini warmer looks like and a warmer, how it warms the fragrance in the house, done deal. You have me sold. Let me just smell the little things to tell you what scents I like.
For sure. Thank you.
Keep it simple, right? It's that kiss. Keep it simple, sweetie. Remember that.
And even like I've been doing Scentsy for I think 8 years now. I only take what's in my starter kit also, and one of the reasons I do is because I want to come in with just one bag, because when I go to start talking about the business, I don't want them to be like, oh my goodness, she came and had to like unpack and set up, and you want it to be real simple. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I only have my starter kit. That's what I take also. And I have tons of inventory. But that's it, because I want people to look at what I'm doing and saying, man, she came in and did that party and it was easy and left, and she sold all this stuff, and all she had was, you know, a warmer, her testers, catalogs, order forms. I may take a Scentsy Buddy, whatever, but it's not much what I take. It literally fits in a little carry-on, everything that I take.
And that way you can also show what the starter kit looks like. And something else that some people do, and they go through the catalog and they try to bundle up, like, and this works, you know, maybe your open house where you don't have to travel and carry it everywhere. But if you will go through the catalog and pick out $75 in free product, like a warmer and 3 bars, maybe another 6-pack, some car stuff, make it look like a lot, like, but legit 75 and free, 3 half-price items. So like one would be a Laundry Love, another would be a Scentsy System, another one a 6-pack of bars, and then 2 more half-price items. We would add that, so it's 5 half-price items total. And you have it, and you can stack it on your hostess's lap and go. It's one of those visual, or save your empty boxes if you want to, and you're doing it in an open house, or set it off to a table at an event and put a sign. My average hostess gets this table. Like now they're looking at all these empty boxes going, holy, what? They get all this for hosting a party? I'm in. Some people are visuals. So, you know, maybe you could do that as well. Heather, how does the text parties work? Are they good to do? I've never done one. There are some people that have been very successful where they're just texting their friends looking to sell, you know, the 6-pack of bars or whatever. Listen, I'm one of those consultants. I don't just stick with one thing. Oh, I will try anything once or twice, because I will do just about anything to get sales bookings and build my team and where I'm trying to get to in this business. But, so I'll try it. I will. I've no shame in this game. I will do it. Does that make me a Scentsy whore, kind of? Because I'm like doing everything? It is. Okay, I'm a Scentsy whore. It's fine. A Scentsy slut. It's fine. I get around. It's okay. It's safe, though. Yeah. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Safe. Practicing safe scents. That's what we do here. That's what we do. That's what we do. Michelle is dying. It's true, but we are, aren't we? Practicing Safe Scents newsletter. That's going to be our new motto. All right. Anybody else? Questions, comments? Tissues? Dry those eyes. And I think we recorded that. Shoot. Oh, well, whatever. I mean, it's okay.
It says you're recording.
Oops. It's all right. You know, surprise. Gets rated R after a little while.
We got to have a drink at reunion, Heather. I'm waiting for it, like immediately. I'm down.
Okay, I'm there at reunion in Austin.
You finally get to meet Joy too, because I've always talked your ear off too. So
Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for joining us, and then let us know what y'all want to hear next week. We are really going to try to talk more about recruiting and sponsoring. I know Monty and I were talking earlier today. We really want to help you guys. And maybe, Holly, maybe you can say some things. I know you've recruited quite a bit of people, especially in a new area. You might be really good to talk on the next call if you wouldn't mind. Is that fine? Yeah, good. We got a thumbs up. And anybody else that's been recruiting a lot lately, shoot me a message and let me know. Because we'd love to hear from you, honestly. I mean, I'm sure you'll get sick of hearing from us. It's like the same old, same old. Marty, you're barely like Pete. You're like the guy at the fence. Okay, there she is. Okay, good. Much better. Okay, good. All right, guys. Well, we will talk to y'all next Tuesday night. And we're going to talk sponsoring in depth, big time. And Holly's one of our guest speakers. Yay. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for taking time for you and your business and joining us on this call. Those that show up, go up. Remember that. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next Tuesday night.